etapa 8, sección 12, no, etapa 8, sección 13. Cuenta historias en una fogata.
When your cell phone is dead, you need to get the charger and plug it in.
Did without a battery left, without a potato left, without a spam left. Sin nada de batería. He was getting down, so Mr. Bear grabbed his flashlight. Unfortunately, su batería está
Batteries.
She picked up the flashlight, but it was useless. The battery was dead.
Ella recogió la
Flashlight.
linterna, pero eso fue
Useless.
inútil. La batería estaba muerta. Didn't take any candles.
A witch is a woman with magic powers. In kids' tales, she often flies on a broom.
Bruja.
I heard the sound of a witch laughing.
They say she's a witch. Say, witch.
Believe me, you don't want to make a witch angry. If you burst into a room, you go in very quickly in a way that's shocking and loud.
Ver muy rápidamente. Sorprendente y fuerte. Entrar de repente. Burst into.
The monster hunter burst into the room and shot into the
El
darkness.
monstruo, el cazador de monstruos, entró al cuerpo y disparó en la oscuridad.
Some people swear they've seen Bigfoot in the woods of North America. It has hair like a bear, but walks like a human. Swear.
Bien grande.
Wow, I always thought Bigfoot was a myth.
Wow, I always thought Bigfoot was a myth. Wow, I always thought Bigfoot was a myth.
The werewolf burst into the room and everyone screamed and ran.
El hombre lobo entró al cuarto y todos gritaron y corrieron. Ellos escaparon. Did it get
No
anyway?
sooner had we arrived than the storm began. This means the storm began immediately after our arrival.
Que la tormenta llegó. Esto significa que la tormenta llegó inmediatamente después de nuestra llegada. Tuvimos que arribar, que la tormenta empezó. Estábamos por llegar.
No sooner had I mentioned it than I regretted it. No sooner had I mentioned it than I regretted it. No sooner had I mentioned it than I regretted it.
No sooner had he gone out the door than they heard a scream. Sooner.
No sooner had we arrived than the storm began. This means the storm began immediately after our arrival.
No sooner had I mentioned it than I regretted it. No sooner had I mentioned it than I regretted it. No sooner had I mentioned it than I regretted it.
Ufers